Hey, it's JC1424 once again with NASCAR Thunder 2004. And in this episode of our 4th season in career mode, we're going to be completing race 7 of 36, the Samsung Radio Shack 500 at Texas Motor Speedway. In the last episode, just yesterday, we raced at Bristol, where I was having a pretty good race. I think I made my way into the top half of the field before pit stops. And I waited all the way until like 27 to pit because I didn't know if Ward Burton was going to go down pit road and bring out a caution. And no caution ever came out, so I assumed that he got off pit road fine. There was no glitch. But we had people that came onto the track. They had their fresh tires. They slowed me up. I'll get stuck on the outside. And then they have fresh tires, so they're faster. And because of that, they take advantage of it, and they start running me over. I got knocked off by the track by some guy. And then there's other people coming onto the track driving really slow because they just came off pit road. So I rear-end that guy. Then I'm getting knocked back onto the track, so I get hit by more cars. And I'm getting spun all over the freaking place. And I don't know what else I could do to avoid this situation, but I was the caution that trapped a bunch of people lapped down. And after I took my pit stop under that caution, I was in 4th. And then the people that were in front of me took pit stops, and I won the race. I don't feel like I deserved, but at the same time, when considering what the game put me through, maybe. The commentators after the race, they even said that I deserve it because I started in last place and some crap. They said I'm probably all sweaty and very worn out. And yeah, Bristol always makes me really sweaty whenever I play this game. This one specifically, I can't explain why. But we gained 10 points on Tony Stewart, who must have finished just like a couple spots behind me after all that crap. Ricky Rudd's still in 3rd place, 55 points back, so he's just 4 points behind me. And, well, we're going to Texas. I won at Texas last season by over 10 seconds. So if I'm starting last place, then I should be able to do that by at least just like a few seconds, or maybe by a little bit. I don't know. I think I have finished in 2nd place at Texas Motor Speedway before whenever I first started doing YouTube with Tony Stewart in the season mode. And yeah, like the race started off and then there was a wreck. I got sent all the way back to last place. There was a caution, so we skipped a few laps and I'm just like flying into the field. I finished 2nd place in that race and I probably could have won it. So if I could have done that back in 2015, then I think 4 years later we're very capable of doing that again now that I'm better at these games. Of course, I've progressed in the 4 years in my skills to play a NASCAR game, so this should be very, very possible. Let's not fuck this up. We got 82 car rating. Let me check to make sure that this engine is the used one. Yeah, we're using this one that has 96 because for whatever reason, if you take a look right here, it's better than the one that is fresh. So I'm going to use this for one more race. So yeah, we got the right equipment. Car rating of 82. That should be enough. Mark Martin is starting on the pole with his reverse scheme next to Ryan Newman. Here we are, tail end of the field in our lovely number 9 Muppets Dodge with its variation of colors completely different from what Bill Elliott was always racing in. And this may or may not be the last race we have with this thing. I think we have like 2 or 3 more. I always say like 2 or 3 more once we get past a race like Texas or whatever. Ron Hornaday just having a horrible rookie season along with Brian Vickers. Brian Vickers was kind of expected, but Ron Hornaday, no. He's a freaking Truck Series legend, so I don't know why they make him just this freaking bad. They should have, at least made him like a top 30 driver, like drivers like Casey Mears or Jay McMurray, whenever, they're rookies in this game. And these days, I think Jay McMurray, since we've gone through the first few seasons, he's kind of a top 20 driver most of the time. Maybe we'll come across him in a little bit. So, we've got our long 33-lap race. We've got a bunch of time. And this car, it gets around this track so easy. I mean, we're just flying past everyone on the outside lane. If I get around someone on the inside, I guess I'll just nose my way in there and try not to make any contact with them. But it's a really fast race car, so let's not get impatient. I think we should have this just fine. Okay, bumped into Robbie Gordon just a little bit. I'm honestly, like, I'll steer and then I'll stop steering. I'm just kind of doing that over and over again because I'm trying not to hit the freaking apron. Like, this car has so much power and so much grip compared to these guys that I can't steer all the way in a corner because if I do, I'll go driving off the track. Like, I'm just really under-driving, and that's what it feels like. So there's Jay McMurray. He's running like 25th right now. I know he's very capable of running top 20 in most races. He does that a lot. So see where he finishes afterwards. I'll try to remind myself to take a look at that so we can just get a realization that Jay McMurray has improved a little bit since we started. Trying to make a pass right here. Little touch. Okay, don't go back up into him. See, I say Jay McMurray, he's probably going to finish well, and then I get him stuck on the outside of a 3-wide situation, so that's going to take him a while to recover from. Kevin Grubb is having a great race. He's in that 88 car up there that Dale Jarrett retired from. Dang. Jamie McMurray, up your freaking game. This is sad, man. Come on. Kevin Grubb, UPS. I mean, Kevin Grubb, he used to drive a 26 car with Dr. Pepper, so I don't know if that's that much of an improvement, but I guess it's like it's a better ride. He's using a little bit. Probably know if he continues to get finishes like this, he could be continuing to finish better. I don't know. I'm just trying to find something to talk about while I make my way through the field. Like, I'm already in the top half of the field after just like 5 laps. I got to run on Jeremy Mayfield. He's not moving up for me, but we got it. Just not making too much hard contact. If I do that, then I'll leave rivals. And Jeff Green's pissed off after the last race, or he just kept on bashing the people at Bristol. Got to run on Ward Burton. Jeff Green's on the outside. I would share draft with him just so I could take some of this away, but kind of not really getting the opportunity. But we're sliding up, so I guess I'll go ahead. I'm hoping that he would like block me or something so that it makes it easier to just draft him from the bottom, but I guess not. Now, can I get to the lead like before we even start pit stops? Because that might be possible. And for those who don't remember, I haven't changed the setup or anything. I just kind of jumped in here without warming up, and yet somehow we're still just doing this well. I was expecting, because I wasn't ready for whatever this game had to offer with Texas yet. Like, I just figured we'd come here and I wouldn't, do this well. Like, I figured it'd take a while to get used to how the track feels and how to pass these AI, but I feel like we're at just as much of an advantage as we were last time, even though I was warmed up for that race because I did the qualifying and stuff like that. We're about to make the top 10. Jimmy Johnson has had better races. He doesn't win very often in this game. Kind of like Kevin Harvick. He has to be having one of those, good seasons to be winning races. Jimmy Johnson, Kevin Harvick does a little bit better than him in this game. Jimmy Johnson was much better in 2003 than he does in this game, isn't he? Like, Ryan Newman outdrives Jimmy Johnson most of the time in this game. See, that's real, but with Jimmy Johnson, he should be on like the same tier as Kevin Harvick is. I think maybe better than Kevin Harvick in 2003. I'm not sure. Kevin Harvick's rookie season was a year before Jimmy Johnson's, but I think it took a while for Kevin Harvick to finally get into his prime. Kevin Harvick's prime is still supposedly now, but he has some good seasons for back-to-back, in his early years. Okay, one more pass will be in the top 10. There's Jeff Burton up there. Yeah, I remember crashing hard into Jeff Burton, trying to get around him. Stuck on the outside of people because of how tight the car is. Remember we had that situation with Christian Fittipaldi at Bristol. That was ridiculous. Like, I'm trying to let him by because I'm stuck on the outside, but like I'm getting so tight, I'm heading towards the wall. I'm trying to hit the wall, and then like I'm still hitting Christian Fittipaldi, and yeah, this car is starting to get loose off the corners. It did that last time we came here in the previous season. We got Matt Kenseth in his AT&T car again, don't we? Yeah, he was using that at like Rockingham, I think. Can't remember. Okay, I'm trying to pass him, but he's blocking me, so I don't really have anywhere to go. I'm all over his bumper. Okay, now he's getting out of the way. Thank you. Don't slide up into him. I know this car likes to slide, so we might just like completely lose our grip off the corner. Okay, now we're passing Ricky Craven. I can't avoid hitting him. The car just tightened up on me. Okay, well, I'm going to share a draft with Jeff Bird, try to get some of this away. Okay, so there's Kevin Harvick. Like I said, he's running better than Jimmy Johnson. Jeff Gordon, and all these seasons I've done in career mode so far, Jeff Gordon, he'll be like a top 5 championship driver, but he's never like fighting for a championship like Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Tony Stewart do. And I feel like in some cases, Jeff Gordon does contend for championship in this game, and I don't know why he hasn't yet. Right now he's doing pretty good. I think I see Tony Stewart up there. Dang, Matt Kenseth trying to pass me because I've been trying to pass Jeff Burton, but can't get it done. Sharing draft with him just fine though. Okay, we gotta run. Duck down underneath him right here. Don't overshoot the corner. Okay, we're good. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars in front of me. I'm in 7th place, so yeah, we might be able to get to the leader just before the halfway point. I think that is like a few laps away, so I don't know. Kevin Harvick, what are you doing? I was right there. You just drove down into me. Okay, getting loose and tight. Like the car won't turn off the corner anymore, and then the back end starts kicking out. It's horrible. But it's still better than what the AI have. Like, it's such a massive disadvantage. I feel like it was just like a few seconds ago that I was in last place, passing a bunch of rookies and drivers, taking up for drivers that have retired. But no, Also, these AI are probably going to start taking pit stops, and I don't know who. There goes Tony Stewart down pit road, talking to Rory Dale Earnhardt Jr. I wanted to share draft with him, but I'm not getting the opportunity to do that because we get here just in time for pit stops. Dale Earnhardt Jr., you're slow. Everyone is slow. I'm the only fast driver on the track. I don't know how else to put it. We're going to win this race. And we're totally going to win this race. If we don't win this race, then it's the game's fault. It sure is not my fault if we don't win this race. Not at this rate. Or I can speed into pit road and pull a Darlington again. Who the heck is leading this thing? I don't... Mark Martin maybe, because I don't know, I see a white car up there. Yeah, on the leaderboard, it's Mark Martin. Mark Martin and Ryan Newman just battling it out. And that's funny because Mark Martin blocks more than any other driver in the field, and then Ryan Newman, he's like the nice driver. He'll let you buy at any point in time. At least for me in this game, that's what it is. And now Mark Martin's in the lead because he's blocking Ryan Newman so much. NASCAR Thunder 2004, like it's right here. Ryan Newman, he's faster than Mark Martin, but he can't pass him because Mark Martin blocking him so much. Whenever I get there, Mark Martin is just gonna block me like crazy and make it so hard to pass. See, look, Ryan Newman, he just got right the hell out of the way. I don't get it. This is so weird. Oh, and you let me by so much that he just ran himself on the freaking wall. And then there you go. Mark Martin's blocking me. He's protecting his position. And well, now he's going down pit road, of course. So I'm going to lead this lap. I'm going to go ahead and take my pit stop next time by. Okay, here we go. Get off the track. Don't speed in. Okay, that was a great pit road entry. So now that means if we do win this race, it's all me. If we don't win the race, then it's all the game. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like if I were to lose this race, then it ain't got nothing to do with me because I entered pit road beautifully. I flew through the field so darn fast. I caught the leader before I took my pit stop. Oh my goodness! Like you give me one more lap and Martin had gone down pit road, then yeah, I would have taken the lead from him just like that. So Jeff Gordon, Ryan Newman beat me off. They got them faster pit stops. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is going to go ahead and let me finish my deal coming off pit road. So many people beat us off pit road, though, because my pit crew, I guess, is not that fast. I didn't even take a look to see, like, how slow the pit stop was or whatever. We did wait all the way until, like, lap 20, so I guess it makes sense. Ward Burton, there's no reason to try passing me. You know, like, it's just going to waste my time. Don't waste my time. Jeff Burton, Ward Burton behind me. Okay, well, let's get going. We're 9th place. We got 8 cars to pass, and we've got tons of time to do it. That should not be much problem because Mark Martin is not that far away according to what I'm seeing on the map. Yeah, I think Mark Martin still like cycled out back in the lead. Yeah, we had Jeff Gordon beat us off pit road with that other guy. I don't even remember who it was. Like I just saw it happen and mentioned it, but like saw Jeff Gordon. I didn't remember who else the other guy was. But and they took their pit stop so late that those other guys beat them off pit road. It's honestly kind of astonishing that Mark Martin is that far away. I mean, he's not, far away in my eyes, but the fact that he's like that distance away after, pit stops and everything. I had a really fast pit road entry, and, he only pitted 1 lap earlier than me, but he's all the way over there. But for me, no distance is really that intimidating. Unless he was like half the track away, then see, that would be intimidating, but I don't think it'd be impossible to make up distance like that, considering what I've done in the past and my car being better now. Okay. Getting a run on Ryan Newman right here. And I'm kind of using Ricky Craven as a pick. And into 6th place we go. And we're going to catch Jeff Gordon like within the next 20 seconds and pass him. I just know it. I mean, we've already gained like, 2 seconds on Mark Martin since pit stops happened. I can tell just looking at the map. So, we got 10 laps now. 10 laps. I'm not intimidated. I am not intimidated. We're doing this. It'd be the pit crew's fault if we don't win this race. Of course, because I think that was the reason why we didn't get a top 10 in Vegas was just because of the pit crew, wasn't it? Okay, sliding off the turn 2 a little bit. Well, there's Tony Stewart again. To show that I'm not intimidated by Mark Martin's monstrous lead, I'm going to share drive with Tony Stewart. I'm going to make you 100% ally, then I'm going to pass you. And like, we're just going to make this as challenging as possible. Take care of this alliance, get it back up to 100 again, then we'll pass them, and then we'll win the race. I'm telling you, I'm not intimidated. We're going to win this race. But I'm going to feel so fucking cocky and stupid at the same time if I don't win this race. Oh my goodness. We're already almost there. Okay, 96. 96 elephants. I can't even explain like where the hell I got that from. Like I was listening to the radio one time and there was this advertisement for something called 96 elephants. Some kind of stupid ass charity with a stupid name. That's what it is. I don't know. It sounds like some nature charity. Okay, got to run Jeff Gordon and Kevin Harvick. They're really holding it down to the bottom, making it hard to get around, but we're doing it. And Matt Kenseth is actually having one of his really good races right now, running in second place. Mark Martin, all the way over there. I mean, I swear that they were, a decent distance behind him after pit stops and everything. Must have really lost him. Unless Matt Kenseth is slow and he's just doing a good job of blocking all these guys behind us. And I honestly want Tony Stewart to get stuck on the outside or some crap and then lose a bunch of ground so I can gain on the points and possibly take the lead. Well, we wouldn't be able to take the lead if he got stuck on the outside of any of these guys, but still, like, I want to gain as much ground as possible. I can already tell you, Mark Martin, he's going to clinch the most laps led, but it's all in it for more points and our third win of the season if I can just drive my way over there, win this race. White flag is out, and Mark Martin is right in front of me. We got the draft. Full send, no contact, a bunch of smoke. I'm winning this race. You ain't doing shit. You freaking Ryan Newman impersonator. Winning this race. One more measly little corner. And we're going to win this race. Did I have a right to be cocky? Okay. Our second win of our career at Texas Motor Speedway. And I could predict it. I made Tony Stewart a full ally. We just flew through the field. We caught Mark Martin. Now we can do some donuts. Ricky Rudd finished in 10th place. Not the best runs for him. Not consistent enough. We got Mark Martin. We had Matt Kenseth. Another one of those true Ford races. We're doing some donuts. Texas donuts. Some big fat donuts. Big ass Texas sized donuts. That was the most exhilarating victory lane celebration yet. I felt like I was going to pass out afterwards. And the reason probably is just because I wore myself down so much from Bristol. And I didn't want to celebrate after that race just because I didn't even understand the fact that I won it. But in this case, the most challenging part of the entire video was just me going into victory lane and just throwing my freaking body all over the darn place like a little beast. A shirtless beast. The whole race that we did, that was easy. Not a sweat. Like, I got a break from sweating from that whole race. I wasn't scared for one moment that I was going to lose to Mark Martin whenever I saw that he was 2.5 seconds in front of us with like 7 laps to go. No, not at all. Also, I said I was going to show where Jay McMurray finished in that race. I'm sure he got a top 20 or something. I didn't show it, though. I didn't even go looking for it. I was too caught up in the freaking moment. I was exhausted from victory lane. I'm like, okay, let's go in this video. I didn't even look at the results. We were 26 points behind Tony Stewart after that one. So, yeah, you must have lost some ground after we got past that last pack of cars and as we were closing in on Mark Martin. I thought he was going to, finish like a spot behind me, maybe 2, but yeah, he certainly lost like 3 or 4 spots in that pack. Probably finished all the way behind like I was hoping that he would. Mark Martin is now 74 points behind the leader, almost 50 points behind me. Third place, Ricky Rudd still up here in the top 5. Yeah, we got our 2 Ford drivers in the top 5. Then you got the Chevy, and then a Dodge, and then Pontiac. This is why Pontiac decided to leave NASCAR, because they suck. They shut down their whole freaking company, and yeah, I can imagine why. Any other Ford drivers? Yeah, we got Jeff Burton and Matt Kenseth. I'm the only Dodge driver in the top 10. Well, who's the next Dodge driver? Sterling Marlin is like right outside the top 10. He's actually tied for 10, so supposedly we do have 2 Dodge drivers in the top 10. It's just they're giving Bobby Labonte the extra credit. Like, what the hell? This game it's automatically giving it to Bobby Labonte because it's just Chevy Master Race or some dumb crap. Okay, driver spec. To definitely let the rivalries decrease and everything over time just because, it was a clean race and I passed almost every driver there clean. Maybe bumped into them every now and then, but didn't really piss anybody that much off. So whenever we go to Talladega, that should clear out even more of these rivals and go to Martinsville and have mostly a clean slate. It used to be it was just a bunch of fantasy drivers that had rivalries because they would never come back around. And now it's just a bunch of drivers. But whenever you have to pass in as many cars, this is what happens. I need to get back to making allies. It's just, I don't really have time for that whenever I have off races and I need to go races and just do so freaking well that I don't have time for it, you know? Tony Stewart, at least I got him up to 100. For a while, I can, just share draft with other drivers, make a bunch of allies on the way, and stop trying to focus mainly on Tony Stewart. So, I'm going to use this primary 2002 Bill Elliott paint scheme for real this time whenever we go to Talladega tomorrow. I was going to use it at Las Vegas, but I was like, I really don't feel like it because it sucks. But in this case, I know Bill Elliott was like just track records and stuff at super speedways, especially like Talladega. So I think that'd be a good reason to go ahead and use it now. Shop additions. 4 races left until the laser scanner comes in to increase our drafting. So yeah, I guess that's going to come in like after race 11, maybe? I don't know. 2 races left until this is done being built. I guess I might as well repair number 8 right here because it's down to 97 condition. Overhauls, once again, not going to do anything. Overhauls just don't do anything anymore. Overhauls haven't done anything for ages. It used to be overhauls always did something, but I guess it's taking so long to build equipment now that the overhauls really don't last that much anymore. We spend so much time waiting for stuff that we eventually get the maximum that overhauls can do, and then we don't get anywhere where we have to do it. So we're going to be using this in the next race. So got ourselves a good chassis. I'm going to use this fresh engine at Talladega, and yeah, we brought this down to 95 condition, and I don't really care about efficiency, but yeah, the efficiency is still better than the other one, and the power was practically tied with the other engine. So now it's lower, and I guess it's a good reason for us to go ahead and just don't sell it, JC. Repair it. Oh, I almost sold my engine, my good engine. I'm so dumb. Okay, so that's taken care of, and we can go take a look at the bodies. Anything to do in here? This is fresh. This has been used twice, and is still better in both categories. Does overhauling doesn't make this better, but this is better. I don't know how it got better. This game, I love this game. It's so fucking stupid, man. It doesn't make any sense. I love it. Well, we're down to 50 happiness, and after Talladega or after Martinsville, this contract should come to an end, and we'll get something. We also have the 4 car. We don't have just the 2 and the 5. The 4 car, because Mike Skinner retired, is still available. And he's got some pretty good paints. He's got like a Looney Tunes one, and then he's got like a silver and white one mixed in with the yellow and stuff. Some old paint schemes. So yeah, I think I would like having the 4 car too. I want to use all of those paint schemes throughout the rest of the season. And I'm sure they'll probably throw us like a Busch Series car or something like that, for one of the drivers that's already in the Cup Series. But like they have Busch Series cars too. They let you drive some of those too. Well, see you next time. That's that. And episode over.